Hey guys, welcome back to the layout once again. It has been quite some time since the last update, and I really apologize for that. I've just been super busy with school, as I know many of you are with work and school and whatnot, so it just seems like the beginning of each year is a lot more busy than, well, at least for me, the end of the previous year, since first semester of school is usually pretty laid back, second semester is compressed, and I just don't have a ton of time, unfortunately, because we all have obligations before the hobby, which kind of sucks, but don't worry, it's not for a lack of desire or will to come down here. I haven't gotten a ton done, but I have been down here when I have the time, and my schedule is going to open up in about a month, so I'm done at the end of April, which means I'll be down here hopefully like 24/7 just getting work done, because I'm really eager to get back at it and really start to accumulate some good progress. But I have done a couple things here. So as you can see, the first notable thing is the yard. It's pretty much done. Of course, not the scenery part, but in terms of getting the tracks installed, the only thing left to do is to put the end ties back in there. But I think last time what we had were the 3 tracks at the back of the yard, where we have that coal train and stack train. Then there's actually a little space there. That's going to be an access road where we're going to have maintenance of way trucks, inspecting cars, or just getting around the yard. So that'll be pretty cool. Then we have these 3 tracks out here. It looks like there's 5, but really the first 2 here are the siding and main line. They're at a different height, actually, different size cork. And then these 3 there, those are the new tracks that I don't think you guys have seen. So I finally have those in, and those are sort of like a second yard ladder. So in my mind, I see the 3 back tracks as sort of separate. I mean, it's the same yard, but they serve different purposes, as do the 3 out here. So right now we have it hooked up. Well, this is the permanent setup. What we had before was off of the siding and main line here, where there is no track right now. That used to actually be where the reverse loop hooked up, and if you look at the coal train, you can see now the reverse loop, which is right there, actually hooks up with our yard. So now when we do continuous running, all of our trains, like this coal train here, will actually head through the yard, and they can go down any track, but we'll probably direct them through the arrival departure area. So as we walk this way, I just like the way it looks with all the cars in. It's pretty cool. But as you can see, we have a lot more space, so I'm pretty eager to collect some more rolling stock so we can fill up the yard. But anyway, down here it sort of pinches down. You can see where this little yard ladder ends. So these 3 tracks end quite a bit shorter than the other 3. So where those 2 Gevos are sitting, that's sort of like the extent of the arrival departure tracks. Not a huge difference in length, but it's notable. And then we have where this BN SD40-2 is, sort of like a secondary yard lead there. So that is for like classification and sorting, whereas of course arrival departure is basically for staging trains. And then this way, or as we come this way, you can see got our little crossover there to head between the 2 sections of the yard. And then off that way is our engine facility. Can't remember, I think we had this in the last update. The only thing left to do are the tracks on the back side. So we'll have 3 tracks out of the building plus this one out front. Just got to put those little sections in, and then that'll be done. And of course we already had our yard lead installed. So our yard here, in terms of infrastructure, is pretty much done. And as I said, now I'm going to get focused and get the cosmetic aspect of the rest of the layout, you know, sort of touched up, finished up, including installing the hardboard backdrop here so we can get that painted. And once that's got a base coat of sky color paint, we will then start working on scenery, which will be pretty cool. So the only other thing I think that I've done, and it barely deserves mention at this point, is a little more paper substructure up here. So I think you guys saw the cardboard profile boards. So there's a couple of those under here, and you can see that looks pretty cool. It's subtle, it's not a huge hill, but that's just gonna continue that way and over that little board. You can see in pencil where I've sort of drawn the profile. So if you're parked right here, I think this double track curve here looks pretty sweet. So excited about that, and I'll just keep chipping away at this. It's nice to have most of the track done. The only pieces we have to do, of course, are the upper staging yard, which is just along that bend. We stopped the track at that turnout, so I gotta do the upper staging yard, and then over here need to hook up the lower staging yard, and honestly that's it. So just got to finish the 2 extents of the main line, but we can still do continuous running right now. And as I was saying, it's nice to have all the track in, because that's pretty time consuming and expensive. And now we can focus on some more of the cool fun stuff, like getting the buildings built and detailed up, especially in the industrial area over there. Got to work on that. But as I've already said multiple times now, because I like to repeat myself apparently, got to get the backdrops in, painted, got to paint the valence and fascia, touch that all up, and once we're done with that, I will feel very comfortable about getting focused with the scenery and whatnot. So that's not all going to happen in one day, of course. It's not. I don't think in the next update I'm going to be like, all right, got everything done, now it's on to scenery. But who knows, we'll see. It should be pretty quick. It's just don't have a ton of time right now. But as I said, I will be free in about a month. Hopefully we'll expect to see another update before then, maybe a couple weeks, 3 weeks. But I will certainly be down here as much as possible. You guys can check out the progress on this layout through Instagram and Facebook as well, if you guys want to follow it there. And Ryan's not here right now, but hopefully he'll be here soon and we can get some work done together as well. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I think that's all I have for today. If you have questions or comments, leave those below, and I will see you guys next time. So, thanks.